Really started as a wonder. The thing about glass to me is that it's just so unique. Like there's really nothing else that moves like glass, that works quite like glass. Like principles and things that I didn't understand whenever I first started that just seemed so amazing to me. It doesn't work the way anything else would. I think it's just kind of like that weird wonder about, like, you know, what can be done with it.
Back when I started with this type of business, there was no glass. It was all metal, ceramic, and stuff like that. I do it live at the flea markets because I want to get more people excited and involved. I don't have the facilities yet to, for them to come and try and learn, but just to get them, get them interested, because some people have never even seen it done, so they have no idea how things are made. And once they see it done, they're like, oh wow, maybe I could do that. Kind of get excited and get more people into glass. Most of the new artists are young kids that are getting into it and being taught by people my age, So everybody loves to see it happening, They like to watch it, being made live. They've either seen it done before somewhere, or something like that makes them excited about it. And everybody wants to be a glass blower, but it's really hard to become one, you know what I mean?
I really just want somebody to have that thing that I made and it be their favorite thing in the world. I want them to go home every day after a long day at work, grab my piece off the counter and smoke out of it, relax and enjoy themselves, and then set the pipe back down on the counter and, well, that's pretty,
Also because I like to make things that make people happy, and they cherish it, and I think I heard Dalton saying something about it. It's like building heirloom pieces for people that are going to be in their family for a while. So it's an awesome thing. So might as well be a part of it if you can, I would like to create a localized brand for here in Lubbock. Because you got Grav Lab that's out of Texas. You've got all these other companies that are out of Texas, and do some of the production work, which I've been doing. I was doing one of the hammer bubblers type things at the flea market. Stuff like that, do some localized production stuff that people can get behind, that live here and are close to us, and all know that I don't know if it'd be like 806 or something like that, but some kind of localized brand that people recognize.
Looking around, you see like glass in like pretty much every part of the world. Glass windows, and then you go to scientific aspects. People have these giant, chemistry lab setups, and that's all glass. Like someone has to make all that. So it was just kind of like this universal application. Like you can really do anything with it.
There's been in Italy for hundreds of years. I mean, there's lineage going back 600 or more. I mean, even the Egyptians had some form of it. Right now I'm working on the production style, like your regular water pipes and stuff that people buy every day. Just getting the steps into putting all those together, and then doing it in a quick manner to where you can make several at a time in a production style type thing, assembly line kind of thing. Once I get that down, then I'll start, taking a little more time and doing some, artsier pieces and kind of get the headier pieces, what they call them,
I say difficulties are just staying innovative, staying on top of the curve and like making things that people want to buy. Like I said, like my goal is to make that piece that somebody can't stop thinking about all day. They're just like, oh man, that new pendant I got was so pretty, or that new pipe I got is like really, really cool. And like that's really the drive that I'm after, is like continuing that, staying on top of that. It's a very niche market, especially for very high-end art. But with the cannabis culture rising, more and more people are like, oh yeah, I'll spend $500 on this super cool pipe if I don't have to worry about losing it if someone knocks down my door or whatever, I definitely have heard that it's a dying art form, but I try and prove that wrong.
It's been around forever, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, even if the lamp workers and glass blowers that do the water pipes and stuff like that, even if that all dies off, which I don't see that happening. In fact, it's gaining more momentum right now with the legalization in all these states. I don't see that as dying. Every day there's more and more people starting out. You know, the ones that hang in there and make it out, you know, is the ones you'll see for the next generation of glass blowers. But I don't see it going nowhere. I think it's going to be around for a while. There's a lot of people who follow the glass blowers, which is great because it's really brought them to light here in the recent years. And there's so many awesome artists out there. It's hard to name, you know, just a few. You know, there's a bunch.
Some of the UV, the ultraviolet reactive colors that I have like uranium gases infused, and some of the other ones I have gold and silver infused into the glass to give it these cool colors. And yeah, like whenever you're working it, those gold particles can be released into the air, the uranium particles can be released, and that can be really hazardous for the glass artist. But you know, like I said, it goes back to that proper safety, understanding what you're doing and doing it safely.
Yeah.
And you know, and then you get to make like these really cool, like UV reactive, like radioactive pieces that people go crazy for. You know, like you walk into a room and you can be like, hey, look at this cool black light reactive piece. People love that kind of stuff, you know.
Because everybody likes it to do something, you know, if it glows or it changes from one color to another in different light. But the chemicals that are used to make everything, you know, the compounds to make the glass are dangerous when they're hot, you know. But once, like you said, once they've cooled down, they're perfectly safe to use. It's just the process. That's why we have to have such good ventilation to be able to get those fumes out. Because even the glass itself puts off borons. That's, you know, not good for you. So you really got to make sure that that's one of your biggest priorities is your ventilation to get those fumes away from you. So, but yeah, on the UV stuff, it's even more important, you know. And also with using Fritz, which Fritz can become airborne and you can inhale those and they can, you know, get into your lungs, and what it does is keeps you from being able to inhale oxygen. So it will end up killing you. So you really got to be careful with it.
I don't know. I worked hourly jobs for a really long time, and after being an artist for 2 years, like I really just want to stay an artist. The freedom of being able to, you know, do what I want when I want, not because someone's telling me to do it, but because it's what I want to do, is like really empowering. I don't know, like in the future I'd love to go mobile, like get a little RV and set up my torch and everything to where I can just go park at an RV park or at a state park somewhere and, you know, blow glass for a week and then travel to the next town, sell some glass, put gas in the RV, just kind of, I don't know, I really want to use it to travel. I mean, there's a lot of people with like this huge Instagram fame and stuff like that, but as long as I'm making enough money to put gas in the tank and keep me fed, like, I just want to see the world if I can, you know.
Kind of with some of this too, man, it's kind of like a semi-retirement type of thing. I mean, I could go to a tourist trap and blow glass for tourists all day long and make some money and live in the mountains somewhere, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know, one of the secret reasons I blow glass too, that one of these days I may get old and go plop up somewhere and blow glass and live out the rest of my days, man.